Hello and welcome. This is the Mortgage Lady. I bring you news, information, tips on everything you need to know about your money, actually. So not just mortgages, but I do have guest experts on the show as well. Today we're going to be talking about investing in the Coachella Valley, Palm Springs, Desert Hot Springs, Rancho Mirage, and the whole entire area down there. My guest is realtor broker Duane Kip O'Connor, who does specialize in these markets. He's been in the business over 16 years. Very qualified. I love speaking with him, so let me bring him on the line right now.
Hi, this is Kip.
Hi there. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Nili. Thanks.
Great, and thank you so much for being on the show. Welcome. So, Kip, you've been a realtor in this market down in the Coachella Valley, Palm Springs area for a very long time, and I know you have a real passion for the desert. Why don't you tell our viewers, talk a little bit about the market this year for 2017 and what you're seeing?
Well, the real estate market in the Coachella Valley is very robust. You know, we start with the city of Palm Springs, and it carries through to Cathedral, Rancho Mirage, then Indian Wells, and La Quinta. So the valley itself is synonymous with the name of Palm Springs because it denotes the lifestyle, location, and everything that is the background of Los Angeles County, Orange County, and San Diego. Mm-hmm. So the real estate market is doing very well. It's great for buyers and sellers. A lot of my clients do come from those outlying metropolitan areas because we're an hour and 45 minutes away. Mm-hmm. And what people can buy here is just amazing. When they come into the valley, you can get a detached home for.
And is it still a seller's market? Are you seeing a lot of multiple offers? Do you foresee it shifting to a buyer's market soon? How long are homes staying on the market? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, we are not at 2007 prices. We have been having a very good rebound. This was the golden spot for Riverside County for real estate recovery. For example, last year, your regular medium-sized home cost $350,000. Today, it's $365,000. So that roughly $15,000 increase is a regular steady gain of just over 1%. And so it's a very cautious market. People don't overpay for real estate today, but we see that happening throughout the valley with increasing prices. Of course, each city has its very different character and demographic. So we do see that.
What are some of the pitfalls that you see buyers and sellers doing? For example, does somebody really need to get an agent out of Palm Springs if they love the agent they've been working with in their area? Talk to us about that.
Palm Springs market is a market unto itself. When you come to Palm Springs, it's best to deal with a local agent that knows the specific cities and the micro markets within those specific cities. Mm-hmm. And then there's the entire aspect of Indian lease lands. So while you may have a great agent in Newport or West LA, your agent is trained here about how to work with the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the type of escrow company that needs to be involved with those types of transactions. And you need to let go and trust your.
What is the difference between fee simple, which in Los Angeles, most of the property I know of is fee simple, versus leased land, and what should people be aware of?
Palm Springs is essentially living on a reservation. Uh, it's there's two different bands of Indians that own a majority of the land here, whether it's commercial and residential. So what they've done is they have signed long-term leases with developers, and they are actually the owners of the land. It is a sovereign nation, and it is different from going and buying your house and you have title to that house and the land that it sits on. Mm-hmm. Lease land, you never have title to the land that it sits on. You have an additional payment of that lease that goes along with your monthly mortgage payment. Depending upon the agent you talk to and the type of price point they sell, it all kind of evens out in the marketplace as far as price point, because you will see property on lease land probably sell for 10, 15% less than something on fee simple. Mm-hmm. And yet you still have the same level.
So Palm Springs is known to be a second home vacation destination and also good for seasonal rentals and investing in that type of seasonal rentals. You get a lot of foreign nationals from Canada, from back east in the United States and other parts of the world that do come to the Palm Springs area for about 6 months out of the year, and it could be a pretty good investment. Talk about that.
Well, yes, there is. This has turned into, from a cottage industry for short-term rentals, it's turned into a big business. I have one client with a 4-bedroom house and a casita that his tax to the city last year was $30,000. He made low 6-figure income on this rental property. Wow. So you're not going to see those same types of figures for 1 and 2 bedroom condos, but there is a market for people that want to come out here and spend a week, spend a month. You know, we have an entire industry with specifically our neighbors to the north, Canada, that are the next biggest investor or property owners in the. It's been a very big boost to the economy down here also. Mm-hmm. For the Canadians, where their property is they're getting priced out of their own market, and they can come and stay here for 6 months out of the year. And yes, that's an entirely different scenario when it comes to running a business, a small business for a short-term rental, because during the season you can, command, a 3-bedroom house with a pool, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month for 5-6 months out of that year. Mm-hmm. That's a nice hefty chunk. Yes. Homes are staying on the market about 60 days. Of course, we have the home that is on the market for much lesser than that. Those are aggressively priced homes in good areas, in good condition, that come on the market and enter into a contract. Mm-hmm. So Palm Springs, the Coachella Valley, is not any different from other areas where you will see properties on the market for an extended length of time, and they're just not priced correctly. Uh-huh. So right now, the biggest 84% of all our deals in the Coachella Valley are under $600,000. So that is a very competitive market. Mm-hmm. So people have to have all their paperwork in order, have their mortgage information in order. It helps to be pre-approved to whatever particular amount you're looking.
And is it more of a good investment for people that want to flip or buy and hold? What are you seeing? And can you give us talk about that for a minute?
I'm seeing both. There is still a market for flippers. I do have an element of clients that are flippers, whether they're in condos or 3,000-4,000 square foot single family homes.
And what do you think about when people talk to you about how hot it is in the desert? And oh, I would never live there. It's so hot. But really, I've lived in Los Angeles most of my life, and I drive down to Palm Springs once in a while. It's a 2-hour drive. It's nothing. And it seems to me like maybe it's really hot a couple months out of the year, and the rest of the time it's sunny and beautiful. So talk to us about that.
Well, this year was very different because this is a climate condition. We have La Nina, and we knew last year that this was going to take place. So we had 250% increase in rainfall, which was fantastic because of what it did for the mountains and the vegetation and the desert. And it was just wildflowers all over the place. But having said that, La Nina brought a little bit higher temperatures, and it brought some more humidity, and it'll be gone. But you are correct that you've got 2 solid months of some high heat, triple digit. You're not standing in the heat, and it is dry. That's a joke. It is a dry heat. Right. So you're in your house, you're in your restaurant, you're in your car, you're sitting in the shade under a mister, you're sitting in your pool. Mm-hmm. So it's you get to.
Well, I know there's a lot going down there. There's the Coachella Music Festival and other festivals. What's happening? What's on the radar?
Outside of the music festivals, which has put the valley on the map, which take place in Coachella on the east end of the valley, Palm Springs, the valley, I have to say the valley in general got put on the map for the international art community this year for Desert X. So this was an art festival that lasted over 2 months, and there were art installations all over the valley in different cities, in the middle of parks, in bunkers built into the desert, in reserves, up on a hike. It was just really fantastic to be able to take part in 20 some odd different types of exhibits that were very different and very unique, and really looking forward to what's going to take place next year for Desert X 2018. The golf tournament has just been taken over by a new manager, so it's going to be renamed next year. On the sports side, we've got the tennis tournament at the Tennis Gardens in Indian Wells, the BNP Paribas. So that's a world-class resort and event right now.
Really great information. I know that people listening are very appreciative. And how could somebody reach you? What is your contact information?
Well, I'm in Palm Springs. I have an office in Palm Desert and La Quinta also.
What's your
My
number?
direct number is 310-729-20.
Okay, that's really great. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much for this time, Nili. Appreciated the talk.
And thank you for listening to this weekly episode of It's Your Money. I'm the Mortgage Lady, and you can reach me at 310-291-1601.